In 2024, it's evident that American automakers are dominating the industry. They are at the pinnacle. I honestly can't recall the last instance of a poor or contentious vehicle emerging from America, particularly from Dodge, Chevy, and Ford. Even when these brands release controversial models, such as the Ford Mustang Mach or possibly the Dodge Hornet, they always rebound with something significantly more impressive. At the beginning of last year, Dodge surprised everyone. Fans were upset and criticized Dodge for discontinuing their flagship and shifting towards an electric vehicle. Then, out of nowhere, they introduced the Dodge Demon 170, which amazed even those with a passing interest in cars. Earlier this year, Ford unveiled a GT3 style Mustang, a track-focused vehicle that no one expected from them. Then, very recently, Chevy announced a 1,064 horsepower ZR1. What's happening in America? These recent releases have been stirring up a sense of patriotism in America more and more. Putting all bias aside, I want to explore why American brands are excelling right now. American muscle cars have always been synonymous with raw power and overall performance. These vehicles are famed for their unnecessarily large engine displacements, which may not be the most practical, but have a certain charm that car enthusiasts adore. Muscle cars have always embodied a sense of freedom. However, the entire automotive industry has faced significant challenges in recent years. Emission laws and the global shift towards electrification have put tremendous pressure on automakers. Emission regulations are a complex issue. Although they aim to reduce pollution and combat climate change, which are crucial objectives, many car enthusiasts criticize automakers for complying with these regulations. These companies are, in reality, trying to protect the environment. For the car community and the industry as a whole, these laws present substantial challenges. They make it increasingly difficult for automakers to produce traditional high-horsepower, gasoline-powered cars. Despite these hurdles, American brands like Dodge, Ford, and Chevy continue to manufacture powerful machines without electric or hybrid assistance. These vehicles feature big V8 engines with raw power, staying true to the legacy they've upheld for many years. I'm not entirely sure if emission laws are stricter in Europe and more lenient in America, but I don't believe these regulations necessitate the demise of an entire brand. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Let's begin with the earliest of the three cars I want to discuss in this video, the Dodge Demon 170. This car is an absolute beast. Announced at the beginning of 2023, it caught everyone off guard.
Here I come.
Despite the strict laws at the time, Dodge released this powerhouse. The Demon 170 boasts a 6.2-liter V8 engine that delivers an astounding 1,025 horsepower. It's claimed that it can go from 0 to 60 in just 1.66 seconds. If any of you watching have first-hand knowledge of this claim, let us know in the comments. Nevertheless, those are incredible stats. No hybrid, no electrical assist, just pure American power. This car represents the pinnacle of what Dodge can achieve, and the market reception has been overwhelmingly positive. I don't think I've seen anyone criticize this car, and I believe the praise is well-deserved. Next, let's talk about Ford, which unveiled the Ford Mustang GTD earlier this year. In my view, it's a masterpiece. This car is purpose-built for the track, clearly influenced by its GT3 racing heritage. It packs a 5.2-liter supercharged V8 engine that cranks out over 800 horsepower. No hybrids, no electric assists, just straightforward supercharged V8 power, focusing purely on the driving experience, a hallmark of Ford for many years. The reception has been overwhelmingly positive, similar to Dodge's experience. Enthusiasts love this car because it's a unique move for Mustang. When do you typically see Mustang release a race car? They're breaking their own mold and improving instead of regressing. BMW should be taking notes. Now, you probably know which car is next. The new Chevy Corvette ZR1, a twin-turbo V8 engine producing over 1,000 horsepower. It's incredible. American car brands have been on a roll lately, and if these three cars don't demonstrate that, I don't know what will. Now let's compare these American cars to some of their international rivals to see how they stack up. Some argue that these American vehicles aren't as impressive as they appear. So let's examine the competition. We'll begin with Mercedes and their flagship car at the moment, the W26 AMG C63. They decided to come out with a 4-cylinder hybrid, C63.
Are you kidding me?
Let's take a moment to listen to this engine. Leaves a lot to be desired for sure. The 4-cylinder hybrid C63 doesn't live up to the legacy of the C63 nameplate. No, I'm not comparing the C63 to the GTD, the Corvette, and the Demon 170. These cars belong to completely different categories. My point is to highlight how the brand seems to be veering off course. The same issue applies to BMW with their new M5, which is slower than the previous model. How do you release a car that looks worse, sounds worse, is 1,000 pounds heavier, and performs worse than the last generation? That's a first for any car brand. When comparing these German brands to their current American counterparts, they just don't match up. If this continues, American cars might very well outshine them if they haven't already. But realistically, even after comparing German and American cars, we here at Car Crave Culture at the moment would put Italian cars at the top of all others. What do you all think? Which country do you believe makes the best cars right now? Let me know in the comments. In my view, Dodge, Ford, and Chevy are making significant strides, while BMW and Mercedes seem to be faltering. Dodge, Chevy, and Ford continue to demonstrate that American automakers are at the top of their game. Despite stringent emission regulations and the global push toward electrification, they are producing remarkable high-performance cars without relying on hybrid or electric assistance. The Dodge Demon 170, Mustang GTD, and Chevy Corvette ZR1 are testaments to what can be accomplished with passion, innovation, and a commitment to performance. No shortcuts, just pure American power. Make sure you like and subscribe. Until next time, my friends, take care.